what are some of the attributes of the other sales that we will use to compare against our subject property. That's how we need to determine value. The data points you need to know, okay? Question number one, how much is it worth? Now, there's always two questions that I will ask about any deal. And if you ever call my office and we have the pleasure of speaking and you are looking for feedback on your deal, I'm gonna ask you two questions, okay? Question number one is, what is it worth? Now, the way that we determine value is by simply going and doing that Zillow overlay, the lot line overlay that I showed you guys yesterday. Just go to Zillow, do the lot line overlay, look at the surrounding properties, look at the dollar per square foot, and come up with a close to accurate valuation. Now, notice I didn't say exact, I said close to accurate. With a 3 to a 5% variance, there's no problem with that. So question number one, how much is it worth? Question number two, how much can you get it for? Now, the how much can you get it for question is answered by pulling the debt stack. We talked about that yesterday. The debt stack shows you how to determine how much the property owner owes on the property, so you can see if they have enough marginal spread so that you can purchase the property from them at the price that makes sense. Example, you go out and you find a house that is, fixed up, it's worth $300,000, all right? However, when you pull the debt stack to find out how much you can get it for, you discover that there's a mortgage on that house for $270,000. That's only a $30,000 margin. You can't make any money on that deal. So there's no point in writing the offer because they can't accept an offer for $200,000, which is probably where you would need to offer to purchase that property. They can't accept a $200,000 offer. They owe $270,000. So that's the second half of this question. How much can you get it for? That really means this. Do they have enough equity that you could write an offer at the price your calculator tells you need to pay so that they can sell the house to you without having to come to closing with cash, okay? How much is it worth? How much can I get it for? Okay, now some other information we're gonna need to know. What is the length of time on market? Okay, so as we look at $300,000 properties in whatever neighborhood it is you're buying, how much time is it going to take for this thing to sell? Also, what is the previous selling prices on Zillow of the comps that are there? How long did they take to sell? What was the dollar per square foot that they sold for? What were some of the amenities of the other properties? Did they have big, beautiful backyards? Did they have swimming pools? Did they have hot tubs? Did they have an accessory dwelling unit or a mother-in-law suite in the basement? What are some of the attributes of the other sales that we will use to compare against our subject property? That's how we need to determine value. And then what is the neighborhood like?